Right, hello and welcome to another one of our wonderful kitchen-based videos. Now, let's imagine for a moment that we're not in the kitchen and that we're in the car and we have this, a laptop. Now, this laptop hasn't got a dongle and it hasn't got a SIM card built in. How will this laptop connect if we're in a field or we're in the car or our home broadband goes down, let's say? Well, you can buy one of these. This is a mobile Wi-Fi, or you might have heard it being called a MiFi, and this is the R205 from Vodafone. And as you can see, it's scattered around here. It's got a few hidden treasures which I'll tell you about in a moment. Now, it's got a 4.5 hour standalone usage on this. And when it's on battery, you can go within 10 meters, and if it's plugged in, you can go within 60 meters. Really easy to get going and really easy to set up. Now, I'm going to show you a bit more about what this can do. As you can see, scattered over in the corner, you've got my Samsung Galaxy S2, which is battered to heck, and it's got a micro SD card. I've taken that out and I've put that into the MiFi unit here. Now, as you can see on the left side, there's a slot for a micro SD. I'll put the micro SD in there, and it's covered up with this little plastic cover. You got the Huawei, because that's the company that makes it. Huawei battery. Underneath the battery is the SSID, the hotspot name effectively, and the Wi-Fi key. And it's there because it's also on the back of the cover, but if you lose that cover, and if you lose this card, you've always got it. But the Wi-Fi key, that is basically the password onto your Wi-Fi. You can connect up to 5 devices onto this, by the way. So simple and easy to get going. Password's on the back. If you lose this card, we'll just put the card into your wallet so that you know where it is. This pops on the back. There's even a little getting started guide on the back of the unit itself here, so you've got no excuse for getting connected. The mini USB charging point is at the bottom here. You get the cable. I'll show you the cables in a minute. The left side's got the micro SD card slot, and the top has got the battery release catch and a little point there for basically tying it to your belt or whatever else you may want to tether it to, sort of attach it to your person somewhere. And this is the power button. This is all you effectively need, really. You press the power button, press and hold it, and it will come on like that. You can also sort of double tap the power button to get it to do things like showing the password on the screen should the card or the battery cover or the underneath the battery not be good enough for you. While that's booting up, and it does take slightly longer because I've taken the battery out, but it's usually quite quick when it's just been turned off. This is the cable that you get with it, mini USB port at that end, USB port at this end. You can plug that into your PC, laptop, whatever, but you also get this charging charger which outputs USB, and there we go. You get a little usage guide here. It's worth a read, actually. It's quite informative, that. From Vodafone, there's a safety manual telling you not to insert this into various places on your being. And here you go. You might just be able to see the screen there. You've got the Vodafone UK. That's been picked up from the SIM card. By the way, there's a SIM card in here, unless you've not guessed already. And it's picking up 3G at the minute. That might change during the course of this video. And you've got the amount of data that I've used. You might be able to just about see that on the bottom. 9.83 megabytes. That will update as I use the data. And we can double tap, and you can see there the Vodafone mobile Wi-Fi hotspot and the Wi-Fi key. So you can double tap that if you ever have any problems connecting and you don't know what your password is. So let's imagine that so I'm at home at the minute and I'm connected to my home Wi-Fi. I'm going to change that. Hopefully you can see this on the screen. Let's see if we can zoom in. And we're going to connect up to this one here. And it says signal strength excellent. It's putting out 802.11n, which is great. I'm going to double click on it. I've already put the password in on here, so I don't need to manually enter it. But the first time you can connect to this device, you'll have to put a password into the field at the bottom. It's connected to the MiFi now, so I am now connected through my laptop to this dongle, this MiFi unit, sorry, and then the MiFi unit then connects to the outside world. So I can do various things, like I can browse along around our site, and we can go to Android section and it will load that. We can go to Windows Phone and it will do that. We can go to Apple and we'll do that. You can see how quickly it is. We can even go to the Vodafone site, which details a bit more about this. Now, as you can see, you can go on a pay monthly rolling cost of £20. You get 2 gigs of data. That's for 30 days. If you want to just go to this page, just stick it in Google and put in Vodafone and R205. You'll get this, and your updated prices will be on here. But if I go to the URL at the top, and please don't stick this into Google because I know a lot of people probably might try this, and just type in Vodafone mobile.wi-fi and press enter. We are going to go to our web page, which is hosted by this MiFi R205. And you will see a status screen on the right hand side, and I'm going to take some shots of this page and put them into the review so that you can see this a little clearer. I know it's not a fantastic image on this video. The mobile number, the signal that we've got, the status, what we're connected to, Vodafone HU, crikey, if I get my teeth in, let's put my teeth in, there we go, HSUPA, the amount of data that I've consumed so far, 12 megs, and how long I've been connected, and whether the data's been travelling up or down. Battery status, I can see here if I click on the little plus, it's 49% remaining on there, and we have the Wi-Fi status, and I'm enabled and something's connected, which is this laptop, and you can see here the connected devices, which is me, which is cool. So we can also see inbox, and we can see how many text messages we've got, and we can send and receive text messages from here. Amazing. We can choose a new password so that people don't see stuff that I don't want them to see on this particular MiFi. But remember, on the MiFi there is a micro SD storage card slot. Now if I click on storage, I am now accessing the micro SD card which is on the MiFi, and I'm accessing that over the Wi-Fi hotspot. And it will say here that there is one micro SD card inserted. It's a 32 gig card. It's showing 29.71 gigs formatted. It's currently read only, so we can open that up and we can see some of the data that I've got on there. I can scroll through there and have a look at the video and pictures and all the images that I need to look at. So let's really push it. I'm going to go into the pictures and see if we can completely freak this out now, and can see the dates that I took the pictures. And here we can go into camera, and hopefully this is going to perhaps freak it out because there is a huge amount of files in the camera folder. We'll just see how quick it is. As I mentioned, this is made by QA. You can download a little browser application as well, a little app for your phone, should I say, which keeps an eye on your data. So you can check the status on the device. You can see how much bandwidth you're consuming there. You can check the bandwidth on here on this page, or you can check it through a monitor application. But I think that's going to take a bit too long just to show you. But as you can see, this is a cracking little extra. It's not just a MiFi unit. I've read a few reviews where they just say, yeah, it's MiFi, it's fantastic, get one. Why not? This actually allows you to carry around with you what is effectively a storage box in your pocket. So you can store data in your pockets, and it's like having a USB pen that you can communicate with through the Wi-Fi at any time, which is really quite good. So if you want several devices, several handsets maybe, several tablets to connect to one central piece of storage, you can do that using this MiFi from Vodafone. I'm just going to go back into this phone card and we'll see if we can actually show you anything of any use. And we'll see if we can get a piece of data on here that will maybe show you a bit more than just a spinning thing like that. Down we go, and we can go to fixpermissions.log. Let's download that, just a log file, open that with Notepad, and there we go. So you can see you can grab stuff that way, and you can connect via your web browser. So that's the Vodafone Mobile Wi-Fi R205. Just a quick overview from us here at coolsmartphone.com.